Welcome to Madison Square Garden in New York, where EA Sports presents the NHL regular season game between the Buffalo Sabres and the New York Rangers.
Nice to have you with us. This is Jim Houston.
And I'm Darryl Ray.
Let's drop the puck. Buffalo gets possession off the draw. Wilson to his own zone. Wilson was knocked down. Shatan over to the wing. Belted to the ice. LaFontaine moves it on. Gretzky fakes a shot from the neutral zone. Rolison moves it to Wilson. Wilson passed it on to Audette. Audette starts out. Buffalo has fresh legs on the ice. To Sundstrom. New York should be making a line change soon. Woolley touches the puck for icing. Savard gets to the circle. He'll face off against Pekka. New York has a fresh line on the ice. Barnaby shoots! Wilson shoots! Pekka knocks the puck away. To Shannon. Barnaby winds up. Richter covers up the puck. The puck is dropped. Holzinger gets possession off the draw. Bukaboom passes across. York into the middle. He's nailed by Graves. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. McLean starts out. The puck's knocked loose by McKee. Moves in. New York should be making a line change soon. Pass intercepted. Audette passes across. Into the corner. To Audette. Interception. Holland scores!
Here's another look at it. The play starts with an interception. He takes the shot, and it's in the back of the net.
Lindbaum gets to the circle. He'll face off against Plant. Plant gets kicked out of the face-off circle. The ref gets ready to drop the puck. They drop the puck.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 46, Jason Holland.
The Buffalo Sabres win the faceoff. Shannon made the shot. Richter covers up the puck. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. To Shatan. Shatan hits him. Buffalo leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. LaFontaine to Sundstrom. Buffalo is ahead by 1. LaFontaine fakes the shot. Rolison gets it. Rolison gets the puck to McKee. 4:22 into the first period. New York should be making a line change soon. To Samuelson. Buffalo really needs to get another line out on the ice. Shatan starts out. Moves in. New York leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. To Sundstrom. McKee passes ahead. Buffalo has fresh legs on the ice. Moves in. Over to Gretzky. New York looks exhausted out there. Buffalo still leads by 1. Bukaboom jars the puck loose. The Buffalo Sabres win the faceoff. Harvey breaks out. 3:44 left in the period. To Brown. To Savard. To Lidster. To Savard. Offside against New York. Holzinger gets kicked out of the faceoff circle. They move into position for the faceoff. Here we go again. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Wilson gets called for roughing.
Buffalo penalty to number 4, Mike Wilson. 2 minutes for roughing.
The ref gets ready to drop the puck. Game on! New York should be making a line change soon. New York seems to be keeping its options open on the power play. Popovich fired it. To Brown. Buffalo 1. The New York Rangers 0. To Pekka. Then he shot it. Richter gets the puck to Popovich. Popovich starts out. Moves in. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Popovich knocks down Woolley. Moves in. Under 1 minute left in the penalty to Buffalo. New York really needs to get another line out on the ice. Woolley flattens Sundstrom. Brown moves it on to Zhitnik. Richter moves it to LaFontaine. Harvey passes it to Sundstrom. To Harvey. Buffalo needs to get a fresh line out there. Buffalo races in alone. Time runs out on the penalty to Wilson. Brown scores!
So let's have another look. The puck gets carried across the blue line. He let a wrist shot go, and it's in the back of the net.
York gets to the circle. He'll face off against Holzinger.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 37, Curtis Brown, assisted by number 44, Alexei Zhitnik. Last minute of play in the first period.
To Odette. York winds up. Rolison makes the save. He plays the puck to Holzinger. To York. Belted and knocked down by Holzinger.
He pulverized him with a good stiff check.
20 seconds remaining in the period. McLean knocks Zhitnik. Zhitnik plays the puck to Holzinger. Zhitnik moves it on. After one period, the Sabres are ahead by 2 goals.
Fans are reminded that smoking is not permitted in this building.
Let's move to the second period. Hey, Razor, these guys can play.
Well, you can only hope that the second's as good as the first was.
The ref gets ready to drop the puck. To Holzinger. Moves in. To Chatan. To LaFontaine. Sundstrom out of his own zone. Wilson jars the puck loose. On to Lidster. He scores!
So let's have another look. It begins with a pass into the offensive zone. He takes the shot, and it's in the back of the net.
The ref gets ready to drop the puck.
New York Rangers goal, scored by number 6, Doug Lidster, assisted by number 24, Nicholas Sundstrom.
Long pass to Lindbaum. McKee passes it to Plant. To Verada. Moves in. Verada to the net. Buffalo has really passed the puck well in this game. Richter stopped it. He's jolted by Sanderson. To McKee. Buffalo should be making a line change soon.
What a wonderful display of net minding.
Airy over to the wing. New York has a fresh line on the ice. To Zhitnik. To Barnaby. It's one-on-one. To Zhitnik. Brown scores! LaFontaine gets to the circle. He'll face off against Holzinger.
Buffalo goal, his 10th of the season, scored by number 37, Curtis Brown, assisted by number 44, Alexei Zhitnik, and number 36, Matthew Barnaby.
Lidster shoots! Buffalo looks to be in control of this game. To Popovich. To Chatan. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Shannon gets shoved by York. Shannon moves in. Holzinger winds up. Samuelson chips it ahead to York. Shannon jars the puck loose towards the net. Grabbed by Rolison. York gets to the circle. He'll face off against Primo. Buffalo has a fresh line on the ice. Graves shot it. Rolison moves it on. Popovich steals the pass. 4:29 into the second period. Primo to his own zone. Primo up to Ward. Ward over to the wing. To Primo.
That's what you call sequential sensation.
Lidster passes it across. York to Graves. New York has a fresh line on the ice. York hits him. New York intercepts the pass. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. He's hit by Holland. The Sabres will change on the fly. Towards the net. Finley moves it on. LaFontaine out of his own zone. Buffalo has been doing a great job of sharing the puck. The Rangers are changing on the go. Holland starts out. 3:35 left in the period. Buffalo with a commanding lead in this one. To Verada. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Samuelson passes ahead. The Rangers change up their lines. Buffalo having success at both ends of the rink in this game. Verada out of his own zone. New York should be making a line change soon. Popovich moves it on. Savard was knocked down by Wilson. Buffalo with a commanding lead in this one. Pekka wins the draw cleanly. New York has really passed the puck well in this game. Buffalo still leads by 2 goals. Barnaby could be biting off more than he can chew. Samuelson drops his gloves. Now they start to throw punches. Samuelson throws a haymaker. Samuelson has eaten a lot of fist in this bout.
Down he goes, down he goes.
Barnaby puts an end to the fight with that shot. Samuelson will get 5 minutes for that little show of affection. So will Barnaby.
New York Rangers penalty to number 5, Ulf Samuelson, a 5-minute major for fighting.
LaFontaine scores!
There was no way, no how he was coming up with that save.
The ref gets ready to drop the puck. The puck is dropped.
New York Rangers goal, scored by number 16, Pat LaFontaine, assisted by number 99, Wayne Gretzky, and number 24, Nicholas Sundstrom.
To LaFontaine, great hit! New York leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. Buffalo needs to get a fresh line out there. Primo passed it to Shannon. Buffalo leads by a goal.
Last minute of play in the second period.
Ward flattens LaFontaine. Primo moves in. New York has a fresh line on the ice. Only 30 seconds to go. To Sweeney, has the puck on a string. At center to Audette. To the net. Audette scores!
Once again, he proves he is worth the price of admission.
York gets to the circle. He'll face off against Holzinger.
Buffalo goal, his 20th of the season, scored by number 28, Donald Audette, assisted by number 37, Curtis Brown.
And that's the end of the second period. Welcome back for the third period of today's game on NHL 99. New York won the draw. Chips it ahead to LaFontaine. To 99. To center. Wilson into the slot. To the net. To Chatan. Into the corner. Moves in. To Holzinger. Chatan fired it. LaFontaine passes across. Holzinger passes into the middle. He's nailed by Popovich. LaFontaine to center. It's one-on-one. Moves in. LaFontaine fired it to Lidster. Audette out of the corner. Buffalo leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. Chatan blasted it. Lindbaum gets to the circle. He'll face off against Plant. New York has fresh legs on the ice. Finley shoved by Plant. Verada over to the wing. The Sabres have an injured player. Looks like Verada. The teams line up for the faceoff. Buffalo won the draw. Woolley over to the wing. Belted and knocked to the ice by Pekka. It's one-on-one. Odette knocks the puck away. It was stopped by Richter. Odette shoots! Quick shot! Both teams are passing well in this game. Harvey over to the wing. To Pekka. Buffalo has a solid lead. Pekka goes offside. Woolley can really dish the puck.
If you give a great passer like him time and space, he'll play you, baby.
New York has a fresh line on the ice. The puck's knocked loose by Shatan. Wilson over to the wing. The Sabres start changing on the go. Over to Shannon. To Popovich. Buffalo with a commanding lead in this one. At center ice to Graves. It's one-on-one. Offside against Buffalo. Buffalo will have to have another player take the faceoff. York to face off against Shatan. York won the draw. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. The goalie leaves the net on the delayed penalty call. Penalty against the Sabres for slashing.
Buffalo penalty to number 81, Miroslav Shatan, 2 minutes for slashing.
Gretzky gets to the circle. He'll face off against Pekka. Zhitnik, long pass to Brown. Buffalo races in alone. Brown then made the shot. Moves in. Buffalo will force the power play to make a perfect play here on this one. Samuelson chips it ahead to McLean. McLean winds up. Rolison stopped it. Rolison moves it on. Pekka was knocked down. The Rangers come in offside. Here we go again. Popovich passes across. Pekka to center. Moves in. To the net. Pekka passes across. New York leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. Zhitnik jars the puck loose. Over to Sundstrom. Woolley run over by Sundstrom to Harvey. Rolison stopped him. Rolison moves it to Woolley. Buffalo leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. Richter stops it. Popovich passes it across. The Rangers will change on the fly. Harvey winds up.
Shatan doesn't waste a lot of shots. Routinely, he's amongst the top percentage in shooting in the NHL.
Here we go again. New York should be making a line change soon. Holzinger over to the wing. What a hit! Penalty against the Rangers for elbowing.
New York Rangers penalty to number 5, Ulf Samuelson, 2 minutes for elbowing.
Buffalo will have to have another player take the faceoff. LaFontaine settles in for the faceoff. He'll face off against Brown. Towards the net. Bookabloom hits him. Brown then blasted it. Pekka scores! Samuelson gets out of the box early with that power play goal by Buffalo.
Play has been suspended while the goal is reviewed by the video goal judge.
I think this one is going to be called back. The video goal judge has determined that nobody was in the crease after all. It's a goal. The ref gets ready to drop the puck.
Buffalo goal, his 20th of the season, scored by number 27, Mike Pekka, assisted by number 37, Curtis Brown, and number 5, Jason Woolley.
The puck's knocked loose by Samuelson. Offside against Buffalo. New York has fresh legs on the ice. Lindbaum to Lidster. To Eric. The Rangers will change on the fly. Holland moves it over to the wing. The Sabres will change on the fly. The glove save was made by Richter. Popovich passes into the middle. Shannon starts out. The Sabres start changing on the go. New York should be making a line change soon. Richter passes across. Finley gets flattened by Ward. To Harvey. Buffalo looks to be in control of this game. Harvey winds up. New York needs to get a fresh line out there. Plant was knocked down. Only 30 seconds to go in the game. Plant into the middle. At center ice to Ward. Takes the shot to Savard. 10 seconds to go. The game is over. The New York Rangers are downed by the Buffalo Sabres.